Everybody, how's it going? It's Joe. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Our Phillies podcast. Things have remained pretty quiet off in Phillies land, but we do have some stuff to talk about, and we have some other topics that we want to bring up for you all. So here to talk about it all, we have Jeremy. How are you doing today, Jeremy?
Good. Yeah, good. It's been a quiet week.
Yeah, it has been a quiet week, but we did just get some news a couple hours ago. David Robertson has retired. The three-time Philly will not be joining a team in the middle of the season this year. Forever a legend in Phillies lore, David Robertson is.
Sorry, repeat that. I zoned out.
I think that's a pretty accurate response to David Robertson, so we can...
Oh, yeah. David Robertson retired. Yeah, my brain, like I heard. Yeah. Why couldn't he retire last year?
I don't blame him. I still blame Rob Thompson for like putting him in the situation that he put him in. Like he was okay, he wasn't great, but he did improve the bullpen. So,
I mean, he pitched in one game in the playoffs and got the loss. So,
sure, but if you're gonna judge a relief pitcher off of one game, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But so Jeremy, we have each made our own individual lists of the three Phillies that we like and that we dislike for 2026. One important thing to keep in mind is that we are liking and disliking these players compared to like what the expectation is for them. So, you can like Christopher Sanchez all you want, but if everybody else is expecting him to have, an ERA around 3 and you do 2, you're not really like trying to beat the market there at all. So we're going for who we like more and less than like what the common expectation is. So why don't we kind of jump right into that? And you can tell me the third Philly that you dislike. So the person you dislike the third most.
the third most. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's like the first most is the one I hate the most. Then, right?
We're doing the person. Yeah, the first most is the person you hate. You think is going to be the worst compared to expectations. So who do you think is like the third worst compared to expectations?
Expectations. God, I don't know. JT, I feel.
Okay, why JT?
Another year older. I mean, we all saw, like, outside of that 1 month, he's been terrible. He doesn't walk anymore.
This is true.
Oh God, have you seen MLB.com's new player page? It is so busy.
What have they done?
It's like JT's page is just like a giant. Let me just send a screenshot of this. I'll post it in the Discord for you to quickly look at and comment on.
Dear God, that is hideous. The new player page. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so busy. That's so busy. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, his defense will help with. Well, assume like the ABS. Assuming the Phillies are perfect with ABS challenges, they'll help him.
Hopefully they are, but I think ABS can only help Romuto because framing is just not his. It's not his standard. So I think that if any help he can get framing is only going to make him a more valuable player. But I think that you're totally right. Like he was kind of buoyed by 1 month that was good. So I think it's totally fair to have him as your third least likely Philly to like overperform expectations you have for him.
Yeah.
So who I have as my number 3 is another guy that the Phillies signed this offseason, and that is Kyle Schwarber. I think people have an expectation that Kyle Schwarber, the way that he performed last year, is just going to be the way he is from now on, and that he's just going to hit 56 home runs, and he's going to hit 240, and maybe his batting average will stay up, really. But really, this is just an argument that I do not think we're going to get another year out of Schwarber with his WAR being in the high 4s, with him hitting over 50 home runs. Like, that is unrealistic, and that is to me what I think people think the expectation of Schwarber is. Is he going to have a good year where he puts up maybe 3 WAR, hits a home run total in like the low to mid 40s? Yeah, I would bet on that. But I would not bet on him hitting 56 home runs again and putting up the year that he put up last year.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
So it's a good sign for the offseason when like the two big moves the Phillies made are people that we have on our dislike list. And just so everybody knows, we did not coordinate on this list at all. These are each our own independent lists, so we're finding out each other's lists at the same time as you all are.
And one of us might be making up on the spot.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. So you want to hear my number two?
Yeah, let's go to number 2 dislike.
Zach Pop.
Zach Pop. Why do you dislike Zach Pop?
Why the hell did we give him a major league deal? I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
He's not number one because I know it's irrational, but I just hate it. I hate it. I know he's going to be in the team and blow games and suck.
I think they explained to their credit that it was for like a split contract kind of thing, like how they have Garrett Stubbs, where he gets like a very high minor league salary if he's in the minor leagues. So hopefully they can kind of sneak him through waivers that way, is I think what their hope is.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't care. His track record not good enough.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. My number 2 dislike. This isn't going to be something that surprises people, but I have Jose Alvarado. I think this is just like a true case of Occam's razor, where the most simple explanation is the one that's most likely to be true. And he had a very bad 2024, or quite bad 2024. He looked great in the beginning of 2025, got popped for steroids, and then he was terrible when he came back. So I think it's a pretty easy conclusion to make that Jose Alvarado needed steroids. And it's why I'm very concerned about the lefty bullpen members that are coming up. I think it's a real issue for the Phillies, and I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up trading for a left-handed relief pitcher at the deadline this year.
Yeah, who knows how that would go? Yeah. Uh, for my number one, it's tied between two. That's the problem. I'm trying to figure out. I guess it's freaking Taiwan. It, he didn't pass the eye test last year. His numbers, his peripherals were terrible. And he's not going to be any better this year. He might even just get worse because he's another year older, and maybe he's more confident, like cocky, because he's like, oh, I did better last year than 2024.
Yeah.
But and then and it just he can't go more than 5 innings, and our starting pitching depth is terrible as it is. Hysterical last year was a strength. And then but the honorable mention was Kirkering. I feel we should try to trade him this offseason because I don't know how he's going to bounce back, and I feel he's a change of scenery guy.
Yeah, I actually, interestingly, almost put him not Walker. Walker was, I think people mostly know what Walker is, so I didn't include him.
I don't know. People on the subreddit were all like, "Oh, he's good, woo!"
Oh man, that's crazy. I almost had Kirkering on the 3 people that I like because I think people are so low on him, and maybe he mentally can't handle it. But I feel like the most likely outcome is that he kind of just has another year of being a pretty good middle reliever. But I get where you're coming from, right? Like there's like a pretty high risk of him just completely falling off of a cliff because he can't handle pitching here anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like I have never seen a least clutch pitcher that has like something with like Lidge's 2009. We have 7. Like, oh, whatever. But like Kirkering, like just like, oh, get a cup, but like you just somehow he would always make it where like hand runner scored like crazy. He give up hits to the worst people. It's just something about him is just like the least clutch
Yeah.
thing possible.
Yeah. No, I get where you're coming from with that completely. My number one
Like he's
Phillies
the least clutch good pitcher I've ever seen.
that is fair. That is totally fair. My number one Philly that I dislike going into 2026 is Andrew Painter. Um, my expectation for him is that he is going to be very, very bad and that he's quickly going to get exposed as a non-tenable option um, as a starting pitcher, even if he's a five starter or something like that. I think you hear people saying if he gives us an ERA in the fours, that's great and we'll take it. And I don't see it. I think we're going to know pretty quickly based on how that fastball looks in spring training what he's going to be like, but he just has not gotten the fastball back after Tommy John, which is concerning at this point. Velocity's good, but the shape of it's not good, and it's getting tattooed by AAA hitters. So if I had to put a bet on his ERA, I would say I think it's going to be higher than 6. And I think that we are going to have to look at ourselves in the mirror at the end of 2026 and wonder if he is as big of a bust as Spencer Howard was.
So you're saying you're not in love with the shape of his fastball?
I am not in love with the shape of his fastball. Honorable mentions
Come on,
for
baby, baby, come on.
honorable mentions for other Phillies that I dislike. I think you could put Justin Crawford here, but he's like people are too split on him for it to really be something I dislike when a lot of people are thinking that same way. And then Tanner Banks, like I know people kind of like to joke about how he was so much better in high leverage than low leverage last year. And I tend to think that's going to balance out and there's ERA is going to rise because of that. But those are just honorable mentions. My 3 that I dislike are Painter number 1, Alvarado number 2, and Schwarber number 3.
Yeah. I mean, real like Castellanos is number 1, but he's still on the roster, but he
He's
won't
not
be for
going to
long.
be here soon, right? We're
Yeah.
almost at the end.
Yep. It's just funny. Like they're like really hoping someone gets hurt on another team.
I mean, imagine if he like had to even him just reporting to spring training would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, but it's like if why would a team trade for Castellanos when they could just sign Austin Hayes?
That's true. Like, that's a really good point. But like, there's no way the Phillies can have him report to spring training. Like, they just can't do that, right?
No, I mean they could. It'd be hilarious and dumb and but yeah, no,
Like, I just don't think that's tenable. I just don't
no.
think that's tenable. Um, I don't know. But let's kind of move on to the more positive side, the 3 Phillies that
Yes,
we like for 2026. Why don't you start us off, Jeremy? Who's the 3rd Philly that you like?
Bryson Stott.
Me too.
Yeah,
Why was Stott number 3 for you? Because we're actually in complete agreement there.
just like if he can stick with keeping the hands low, that will improve everything, and then so that will be a big boost for us. We need him to be a lot what he was in the second half.
Yeah, I tend to think that he can reproduce that the second half offensively. I mean, the I've talked about it so many times, but there's just the stance that he had and the way that he was attacking the ball was completely different than how he's been for much of his career. And for much of his career, he's already been an above average second baseman, giving you great defense up the middle and hitting okay enough to be a above average starter. It would not surprise me if his OPS plus was above 100 next year, and I expect him to have a year with his WAR somewhere in the threes.
I mean, it's just funny, like reading. Like I'm almost done with Jack Fritz's book, and he bring a good point. Like shortstop, center field, and second base were never really offensive positions.
Absolutely.
They didn't. So it's just it's just like funny. Like we're so worried about like the center field offense and the second base off, but really it's just like you're supposed to say the corners of everything was supposed to be the offense.
Right. That's true. It is interesting how things have changed, though. I generally agree with that. But like nowadays, like what kind of like big lumbering power bat do you see in left field? I mean, the shredder MLB Network shredder put out that like Brandon Marsh was their 10th best left fielder. But like, what kind of like big power guy do you have that's in left field anymore? Like that's just not
No, because they just go to DH.
right. Or they go to right field, but like left field specifically,
I
that
know, I
that
know. It's so weird. Yeah, it's so weird. You can stick everyone in left. Who now you stick everyone in right? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess because you have more righties and righties are going to pull to left field.
What,
So
what, what, but where are these righties though?
right, yeah, I mean,
That's not,
Other teams
Everyone's a
have
lefty.
them. No, that's so true. It's very funny too that we both had Stott as our number 3 on the like, so that makes it easy. Who was your number 2?
Uh, Marsh.
Me
I don't know
too.
why everyone is. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I'm still in the hopium camp. Like, he has not given his fair shot at hitting lefties. I don't care what his numbers are. I've seen him hit high profile lefty pitchers. He can't, like, he doesn't make bad contact against them. His bat pip against them is over 300.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel it still can be worked on if you see them enough.
I almost don't care what he does against lefties because he hits the
That too.
ball hard, so hard. And even if he's the long side of a platoon and he just mashes righties, you know what? Like the vast majority of pitchers that you're going to see are going to be coming from the right-handed side. And he
I know,
does.
yeah, and what we keep saying, we have no one, everyone we put in who's a righty is never good enough, and it sucks in the field. And like I was in Colorado watching Winston Wilson dive for a ball that Mark easily would have gotten. I know we
Yeah,
swept them, but still, it's just like it's not worth it for the platoon advantage when they're not good.
I'm with you on that. Um, I think that Marsh and Stott are both a lot better than people have given them credit for over their time with the Phillies. And I've
Yeah,
always
like
been a Bohm
everyone
hater.
like everyone hating on Mark for like his playoff performance, but he's not supposed to be the guy in the playoffs.
No, no.
Like,
If you're, I mean, there wasn't a terrible at bat that he took in the World Series, and is it like burned in my brain? Like, of course, that was atrocious.
but he was, but like he was not. No one hit at the end of the World Series. It's like, uh,
Right. We weren't counting on him, like in that moment, maybe we were, but um, he shouldn't be the person that everything falls on, right?
yeah,
So that's interesting. Um, Number 1. I wonder if we agreed on number 1 as well.
I doubt it. Otto Kemp.
Okay, I did not say Otto Kemp, so sell me on Otto Kemp.
Yeah, so I mean, there's an article today on the Inquirer talking about him. Like, he's been playing with a bone fragment since June. He only missed one game, so that's just insane. And a shoulder cleanup. So, he's 26 years old when the average roster of the age is 30. Uh, uh Stands to reason that he could be a lot better. Like, just respect more than he did. Surprisingly okay that game, and he hit a couple home run game against the Braves with a bad freaking knee and the bad shoulder. Goddamn. And he logged 63 innings in left last year. It was a +1 defensive run saved. So he might be the right-handed bat we're looking for.
Yeah, what are you kind of? I mean, the Phillies, front office clearly loves him. I mean, he's been probably the most hyped up player this entire offseason. Like, what are you expecting out of him? Like, what kind of OPS do you think he can provide? How much WAR do you think he'll provide over the course of a year?
uh yeah, I mean OPS, I'm hoping like above 770. Like I'm expecting like 250, 20 home runs. I mean his sprint speed was 95th percentile. Like
Yeah,
he could be a 2020 guy.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
that
just
would be. I like that. You're kind of selling me on it a little bit. I didn't think of Otto Kemp at all for the 3 Phillies that I like, but I think that it's a pretty interesting idea. For what it's
I
worth,
mean it's just
Baseball
hysterical
Reference
that
is
they're so high on him now when they refused to bring it up earlier in the year than they did last year when he was matching the ball.
Baseball Reference is projecting him to hit 11 home runs, a 732 OPS over about 300 plate appearances. Like even that, I'd probably take that. Like that is a respectable year out of somebody that's spending a lot of time on your bench. Um,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
if the
421
Phillies kept
slugging off the bench.
Castellanos and had him be the platoon guy in left field?
But Castellanos didn't even hit lefties last year.
I know, I know. I'm just kidding with you. I would rather have Otto Kemp platoon than Nick Castellanos platoon, and I don't think that's a particularly close. I just think Castellanos is toxic to the team
Yeah,
at this
I
point.
know, but Castellanos' OPS was lower against lefty than it was righties.
Right. Yeah. No, you're spot on. At least he got some MVP votes as a Philly. Nick Castellanos did in 2023. Um,
Biggest freaking joke.
All star. What an all-star.
Yeah, he had a great first. He had a great first half. I will no a great first couple months. Like, he really started off before the All Star break too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So it's the Alec Boehm life that he was living. Um,
I
Alec
mean,
Boehm is the other guy that I could have included in
I
the
mean, my
Philly
favorite
vintage.
All Star year of all time is Dominic Brown 2013.
That was so fun. That like little
No,
bit of time.
no. But it's like in Fritz's book, he was like May and June. No. It wasn't June. It was just May. Like he had a 990. I guess in June he had a 884 OPS, but
Yeah.
in June he had a 991 OPS with no walks. That's what makes it even more hysterical. Like the signs were there. He had on base percentage would match his batting average. It was hysterical.
That is hysterical. But I mean, that month was like the dream.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It
Yeah,
was.
like he was like the number one prospect in baseball like at one point.
How old was he that year? I don't actually. He was probably what,
25.
24? 25.
25.
Okay.
I know, like the few years before that, like they kept bringing him up and down, pain in the butt, uh, which of course didn't help development. But like, but you can't help low baseball IQ, and he did not have great baseball IQ.
I mean, it literally salvaged his entire season. He ended with more than 3 WAR that year just because of a single month. It is incredible.
Yeah, yeah, it hysterical, and then yeah, no, but then yeah, everything else was the same. Yeah, talk about biggest disappointment in my life. Oh man, I was so hyped for him. We did. Uh,
I was too.
like
I
I was
was. I
upset
think
we traded
everybody
Michael
was.
Taylor for Halladay. I wanted Michael Taylor to be big, and he didn't ever turn into anything.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Like no one we traded became any like okay, Darno, but
Carrasco.
he was off the Indians roster at one point.
Yeah, I mean, Carrasco's had a good career though
Oh
overall.
yeah, he has, but like yeah, it was like 2014 was when he was good as a split pitcher, and then 2015 was his first year really starting,
Right.
and then like Cliff Lee was done by then. But like I wouldn't trade any of the Cliff Lee deals for Carlos Carrasco though
Oh,
during
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, like Carrasco did good. Carrasco didn't get good to 2015. He wouldn't have saved us.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I'm on Carlos Carrasco's baseball reference page. The 10th most similar pitcher to him, Aaron Nola.
Nola's better than Carrasco.
Speaking of Aaron Nola, the number one Philly that I like is Aaron
Wow.
Nola. I am Aaron Nola pilled for 2026. I think his track record,
The even numbers don't lie.
it's not even that, right? Even in the odd years of 2023 where people, hey, was he great? No, but he still gave you a little more than 2 WAR. He still gave you 193 innings. 2021,
Don't get out of my narrative.
he gave you 180 innings, a lot of outs in there, an ERA below 5 at least, and a good FIP, a real good FIP of 337 that year. I think that, I mean, it's fun to joke about Aaron Nola just kind of tossing up meatballs and pitching for Team Italy and all that kind of stuff, but I think that the track record of Aaron, he's going to let up a lot of home runs. He's never going to not let up home runs. We know that. But
Yeah, his whole career even. Yeah.
I fully believe that he can return to that 2024 form, and I think it's more likely than not that he does. And I think a lot of people don't expect that at all. But I am completely Aaron Nola pilled.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, his walk numbers were fine. His strikeouts per nine were fine. His FIP was fine. Uh, and like he averaged 5.5 innings to start. Still being that like I for me, it's the two strike home run. It's always two strike home runs. It's the
It's annoying. It's so annoying.
yeah, like like if you're gonna like put more effort on two strikes to not throw it high.
Yeah, yeah. No, you are spot on. You're spot
But
on.
like
That like
it's
two seam fastball or the sinker or whatever you want to call it, when he throws it in on a lefty, It is the most beautiful pitch I have ever seen. I don't think there's ever a pitcher who has a pitch that I'll like watching more than Aaron Nola's two-seamer against the lefty when you get
Oh,
it
Cole
right in
Hamels
on
changeup.
somebody. I prefer that's close, right? Cliff Lee's curveball is another one that sticks out to me, but Aaron Nola's two-seamer is beautiful.
Yeah,
Other
yeah,
stuff,
but
really.
yeah, but what if yeah, Christopher Sanchez joined the WBC too now, so I'm worried as hell.
And Taiwan Walker.
Yeah, okay, how funny would it be if they all get hurt?
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, right? But if somebody gets hurt, I think you are pretty quickly going to see um, everybody else get pulled out, right? Like if you see Taiwan Walker get hurt, the Phillies are going to pull everybody out seemingly pretty much immediately.
And I think you could only I know you can only deny if they were injured last year, so I'm surprised they let Nola pitch.
Breaking news
But
for the
maybe
Phillies. Phillies made a signing.
what?
Dylan
I think it's
Moore has signed a contract with the Phillies. It is a minor league deal that includes an invitation to Major League spring training. But if he spends the year in the major leagues and has some active roster bonuses and plate appearance bonuses, he can make up to $3.25 million. Dylan Moore is a Phil.
great. He's the freaking next Cal Stevenson.
He was so good in fantasy baseball for like the first half of the year last year, maybe first third of the year, and then he completely fell off. Um, but I wonder why they did this.
Wait, what? Let me see his month. Oh yeah, in April. Yeah, April he had 903 OPS. Yeah. And then in June and July he had 2 hits combined.
Yeah. Why? Why would they sign him?
It's just, we always do. We sign these guys. He's a typical guy we sign that always plays way too much.
Well, I mean, but like, what position is he going to play? That's my question.
That
Because like,
he's outfield. I mean, he could play the outfield and infield. He's a Weston Wilson replacement.
sure, but like, if you look at like where he's
He's depth.
played over the last few
He's just depth
years,
of the yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think if most is like a second baseman kind of, but he did
Yeah.
play last year. He played, it looks like 18 games at first base, 16 games at third base, 16 games at shortstop, 6 games at DH. He played some in right field. He played all over the place last year. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Can he play third base? He's played
I always
some third
confuse him
base.
with I always confuse him with the old Mariners backup catcher Adam Moore.
Oh, yeah. It's a good call out.
Yeah,
Good
former
call
top
out.
prospect. Yeah, never
Yeah.
did anything.
That's a great call out. Sorry for the interruption for Dylan Moore. I was trying to decide in the moment if Dylan Moore was worth an emergency break for.
Yeah, no, man, I can sleep at night now with all this excitement. Uh, yeah,
Breaking
but
news.
yeah, okay. On to more pressing matters. Did you watch the Backyard Baseball special yet?
No, no. As you know, my day yesterday was crazy, and I did not
Yeah,
get to that yet.
yeah. It was cute. I enjoyed it, and they announced that a new game is coming this summer.
It'll be fun. It's gonna be so fun. Those were good
I
games back in the day.
oh no, I mean like some of them are now they released some for free. Then like they released like basketball and hockey for free on Steam and basketball and mobile for free. But like I paid for baseball last like $2, whatever, something like that. I played like still love it in soccer, like still love them. Uh, um, I'm I just hope they stick with like 2D graphics.
I hope so. Like they can't ruin the charm of the game, right?
No,
So
no. My only problem with the voice actors in the special was Pete. I mean, like because Pete Wheeler did not have like a southern drawl. and
Yeah.
he was just yeah. I'm just like I can't. That was the one thing that stood out for me.
I
But
think we're like
the jokes about Pablo Sanchez being like just good at everything were pretty funny.
right. Yeah. I think we're like getting to the point where um people of like our generation are the people that are kind of feeling the most nostalgia, right? So yeah, I think that things are kind of getting marketed for people like of our age now, and it's like an exciting time, right? We can feel like a little bit like
I mean, the special is definitely meant to be like you watch with your if like art like my you watch with your kids stuff like that because like it's definitely
exactly,
like a kiddie thing. But like
exactly.
yeah, I loved I loved backyard baseball so much.
Uh, Great times. I didn't play it. I was a little bit too young, but I did still play it a bit, and it was so much fun. All the backyard games were so much fun back in the day.
Yeah, I only
Um,
had the first backyard baseball. I had soccer and football, and I did not
Football,
understand football as a kid then, so I
right?
did not know what the heck I was doing.
Oh, it was
So
fun
I
time,
have
right?
memories of that.
Video games is how a lot of people like learned their sports back in the day. Like I learned hockey from playing NHL, for example. You know?
Yeah, the only NHL game I ever got was '05, which NHL '05, which is hilarious because that's the lockout year.
Yeah,
But I just remember like, yeah, I don't know if really, but I just remember like just trying to fight every time, all the time. That was always my favorite.
yeah. It was
And
fun.
but
That was so fun.
just sticking on the topic of it, like uh, Judge is the cover athlete, and it would be the show. Uh,
Again,
I am, yeah, yeah, but I don't know why that everyone's like, oh my god, like does no one remember what Joe Mauer was back to back to the 10 to 11? That was real lame.
MLB The Show has a pretty good history of cover athletes. Not all of them are bangers, but they haven't had like as many like
No,
disaster.
no, they didn't have a Peyton Hillis situation.
No, no. I mean, Jazz Chisholm is like not great, right? But it's not that
No,
bad.
yeah, but Jazz Chisholm still put up a 30-30 season last year.
Yeah,
And Peyton
yeah,
Hillis was only good one season in
that
football.
is true. I mean, Javier Baez is like a little bit of a funny one to look at now as being a cover athlete.
But
Um,
he was a star. Peyton Hillis wasn't a star. He was the Browns running back at 24 years old. But it was like I think it was the fan vote. Yeah, but I am just disappointed in Sony and San Diego Studios for one, still not on PC, and
right.
two, there's no Switch 2 edition. But that might be because they didn't get a dev kit, whatever, fine. But
Yeah.
no PC. Come on.
No, you're totally right. So a little trivia question for you here. How many people that have been on the Phillies have appeared on the cover of MLB The Show?
Just Howard and Harper.
There's more.
What? Okay, let me
There's
think.
more. They don't have to be in a Philly on the cover, but they have had to, been both on the cover and had been a Philly at some
Oh,
point.
that no. Okay. What? Okay, but well, okay. The only covers that are Phillies are Howard and Harper.
Those where they are wearing Phillies uniforms. You're right.
Okay, give me the position.
One was a pitcher, and one was a position player.
Right, because I know Halliday was on 2K.
Holiday was on 2K. That is correct.
Yeah, but that commercial with Chooch was hilarious.
I'll give you a hint. These are international covers of MLB The Show.
Oh, and so they're just they don't match the ones that are in the U.S.
Not always. Not always. Like, for
Okay,
example,
I do.
at MLB The Show 18, Marcus Stroman was on the cover because he was on the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Okay, then let's. Oh, sorry. Oh, Jose Bautista.
Jose Bautista. Yes. That's one. And
Yeah, look.
then
I just looked. I looked up international covers. Okay, that's funny.
MLB '06, the show, the Korean cover. There was a Philly on the cover of that.
Papelbon? No, Stick was a rookie that year. Couldn't be that.
Not Papelbon. This is South
Lidge?
Korean cover, so it's a South Korean player.
Oh, Canho Park?
Shanho Park.
Oh. Wow.
Phillies.
Okay.
For some reason, Shanho Park in my mind was on the Phillies for more than just 1 year. I don't know why. I feel like I have a hard time imagining he was like a 1 year Philly, but he was. So
Yeah, but it was a pretty good year. He was after he got moved to the bullpen, he was great.
yeah, yeah. No, he was. Um, I liked Shanho Park a lot. I really did. But very cool. Um, I don't think there's too much else for us to really talk about today. I think we covered everything.
I mean, yeah, I mean, just well, there might be a big story with the Twins. Who knows? They
Yeah, we'll talk about that if and when more comes out, which feels like
yeah.
it could happen at some point.
TLDR: the president of baseball operations randomly left the team, mutually, quote unquote.
Strange, to say the least.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's
Cool.
anything else.
Well, thank you everybody for
Oh
listening.
wait,
If you
wait,
have any-
wait, wait! Oh my God, we forgot. Winston Wilson is no longer with the Phillies. He's on the Orioles.
Oh yeah, Weston Wilson got waiver claimed. Okay,
Yep.
I think that I mean, uh,
I don't care.
yeah, it doesn't matter a ton to me, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Weston Wilson does in Baltimore. Remember that series? Like I guess it was 2024 when the Phillies and the Orioles played like in the middle of the season, and everybody thought that it was like the World Series preview.
Yep.
Those were the days. That was hyped up as like one of the best series of the year. Obviously, did not really turn out to be the case. Those games were great, but those teams did not have the postseason success that people envisioned they would have.
Oh yeah,
But
everyone was like, it looked like it was going to be either a rematch of the Yankees, Astros, or Orioles in the World Series for us.
yeah, yeah, would have
What
been
we
fun.
got was Rangers, Diamondbacks.
Yeah, good times. Well, cool. Thank you very much for coming on today, Jeremy. Thank you to everybody listening as well. And we will talk to you again soon. Hopefully, we have some news coming up at some point. Are we doing an emergency podcast if Castellanos gets like traded or cut?
Sure.
Yeah, a goodbye Nick Castellanos podcast. That's gonna hit pretty different. And soon enough, we're gonna have some spring training games to talk about, which will be sweet. So, thank you again, Jeremy. Thank you everybody that was listening to this, and I will talk to you again soon.
Bye.